What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm gonna let a few hundred of you guys get in here, and then I'm going all the way in, fam. I got to go in on this one because I was one of the first people to put this story out there, and so I'm kind of personally invested in this in more than one way. About to go in a minute. In a minute, it's about to go down. Ooh wee, man. If you checked out the press conference for Carlee Russell, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you saw the press conference. And drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I need to make sure it's not just me. You dig? Man, oh man. Somebody is in trouble. Yeah, okay. I see Birmingham in the building, Texas, Alabama. Look, fam, I'm going in. I can't even hold this anymore. So, police in Alabama today revealed new details about the disappearance of Carlee Russell, the nursing student who vanished from the side of the interstate highway Thursday night before returning home 2 days later in a puzzling incident that grabbed the nation's attention. I mean, everybody was on it. I don't even know if I ever seen a disappearance and organizers and researchers and recovery people move so fast. The whole seemed like everybody was behind it. You know, it got that media attention that oftentimes Black women and girls do not get. Black people in general, but especially our daughters, you know, our girls and our women, they don't get that. And Carlee got it. She got it. And what happens? Let me continue to bring you up to speed. So 25-year-old Carlee went missing. Hold on a second, fam. I don't know why that was on. But Carlee vanished Thursday. She went missing after calling 911 and her brother's girlfriend to report seeing a toddler on the side of the road in a pamper. So she first calls 911, and then she hangs up and calls her brother's girlfriend. She tells her brother's girlfriend what she sees as she did 911. Saw a little kid, 3 to 4 years old, in a pamper on the side of the road. So by the time Carlee's on the phone with her sister-in-law and telling her what's going on, she says, "Is the baby okay?" And then she hears a scream, and she don't hear Carlee anymore, but the phone line remains open. Obviously, this is like a worst nightmare for any loved one. So the police rush to the scene. By the time they get there, Carlee is gone, but they find her phone nearby. They find the car. They find a purse, a wig, and some other items. Carlee is nowhere to be found. And then we get some tips about somebody seeing a guy in a gray vehicle standing by her car and this and that. So people obviously, conclude that perhaps Carlee was abducted. I mean, it's plausible. It happens all the time. Sex trafficking in America has been a big deal for a long, long time, and it's not going anywhere because a lot of people who get government checks work in the sex trafficking business. That's right, I said it. They work in the sex trafficking business. That's why it's not going to stop. A lot of people that work in law enforcement are involved in the sex trafficking business. So that's why it ain't going to stop no time soon. And that's why it's such a pervasive problem. But moving on, the police still have no evidence of a toddler ever being seen on the side of the road. This they continued to convey during the press conference today. They said, we don't have any evidence. Carlee Russell's phone call to 911 was the only reported case of a toddler being seen on the side of this busy interstate road where thousands and thousands of cars pass by every single day. So no toddler, no Carlee, but Carlee pops up at the house 49 hours later at our own house. Nobody sees her walking down the street. Nobody saw her get out of her car. Nobody seen her on skates. She didn't get transported in, teleported in. I mean, none of those things happened. So, but she showed up, and that was hope. I covered it, but when I covered it in the follow-up, I did question why nobody else has seen this baby on the side of the road but Carlee. Are we talking just cars zipping past, on the highway, and nobody sees this baby but Carlee. Anyway, still tried to give her the benefit of doubt. But fam, once I saw the press conference, I knew it was all over but the crime. You see, the police, ooh-wee, man, I could tell by their disposition that they didn't believe the story. And the chief talked about the facts that he had. He said, we're going to talk about facts. This ain't about innuendo. This is facts. This ain't what we think happened. This is what we know happened. And he gave facts. Ooh, fam, some of the facts that he gave was that during her statement, her initial statement to the police, to investigators, Carlee said that Carlee said she saw a white man abducted her. She said she saw the little white baby, and a white man abducted her. A white man with orange hair abducted her, and she said she was forced into this car, and then next thing she knows, she wakes up in a 18-wheeler, and the white man had a white female accomplice. She was able to. They blindfolded her, and then they took the blindfold off for whatever reason, and then she managed to escape. She ran through the woods and everything, and then she found her way back home. Now, keep in mind, fam, everybody is looking for Carlee. There's a national search for Carlee. Definitely in the neighborhood that she was taken from in Hoover, Alabama. Everybody in Alabama, in Hoover, Alabama, knows this girl is missing. She's all over the news. She's all over social media. She's everywhere, all over the internet. You can't miss her. And nobody saw her walk into her house. Nobody stopped and said, hey, I just saw Carlee. Check this out, fam. The police, oh man, this is damaging. This is extremely damaging. The police said in the days leading up to Carlee's disappearance, a search of her phone revealed that Carlee looked up the terms, how to take money from a register without being caught. She also searched for bus tickets and the movie Taken. She searched the movie Taken. She also searched Amber Alerts. And how old do you have to be to get an Amber Alert? Say, fam, I know some of y'all are saying, let's wait till we get the facts. Those are the facts. I'm not playing with this stuff, fam. I jump just, I'm a pour it on. I'm gonna pour it on her just like I poured it on when I was trying to help her be found. I was trying to help find this girl. I put the story out there. I put my rep on the line. I spoke, just like I spoke about passionately finding her, I'm going to speak passionately about this, what I believe to be a straight up lie. It's over, man. It's over. And it's just a matter of time before the police move in and make an arrest, because I do believe they are going to make an arrest, but it won't be for any abductors. It will be for Carlee herself for lying and using all of these resources up, you know, and having people on the edge and putting their reputations on the line. See, and she also needs to be punished, because we all know that the police is slow to do anything to help Black people already. We already know that they're slow to respond when Black girls come up missing. This is going to aid in their resistance. Now, I know that the guy, I believe he spoke, the police chief, I'm not certain if he's police chief or an investigator. He's an investigator. I'm not sure how much this dude is invested in this case, but I do know that he is definitely hot about this situation, and he wants some get back. They say that this woman searched Amber Alerts, bus passes, the movie Taken. Family, what are you doing searches like that for? What do you need to know that information for? And how convenient that just a few days later, you come up missing. And then you show up at your house out of nowhere. It is what it is, fam. I'm willing to roll the dice on this one and say that this was a ruse. This was a total hoax. This was a hoax. She got us, man. She got us. This is going to make it even harder for these people to believe when our girls come up missing. It's going to be harder for them to believe us. They already don't want to help anyway. But I do believe that when the investigator said, I think he's the investigator, he said that the department, somebody asked, would this make them more reluctant to search if a woman of color came up missing or whatever? And he said, no, we're professional. We conduct ourselves professional, something along those lines. And we would do this again and again for anybody if we thought that they were truly missing. He lying. He straight up lying because they ain't never done that in the past. He lying. I don't believe him. Straight up, I don't believe him. I just look at history and we see what it is. The white girl come up missing. It's on the news for 25 years. They still talking about it. A little black kid coming up, a black girl come up missing. They don't even put it as a footnote. It's not even mentioned in most cases. So this is going to place another stumbling block in front of efforts to get the word out when our girls come up missing. Now, the police say they tried to talk to Amber. They did speak, I believe, briefly to her, but after that, they haven't been able to have access to her. They are very anxious to talk to her, but they were refused access to her because of the parents. They say they want to be respectful of her situation because of her trauma from the incident. She wasn't able to talk at the moment, is what they say the parents are saying. This don't look good for her or the parents. Did the parents know? I don't know. Do they know the truth now? I don't know. But I tell you what, I'm sure they didn't know at first. And I'm sure that press conference that the parents did was to protect their daughter. They was just trying to give their daughter the benefit of doubt. But this ain't right. This don't look right at all. And I think it's just a matter of time. What's today? Wednesday. I think by the weekend, they'll make an arrest. I don't think this is going to take long at all. I think they already know pretty much a lot. They're just trying to really get a confession. And I think probably the first time they speak to her, because see, that's when it really go down. Like, you can have some facts over here. When they interview you, they already be knowing a lot of what they need. They're just waiting on you to say something inconsistent, and then they got you. When they had that conversation with her, it's over. Best thing she can do at this point, she's not going to fool them. Best thing she can do right now is lawyer up. She done pulled a Jesse Smollett. What did Dave Chappelle call Jesse? Juicy. She done pulled a Juicy on us, fam. And so they're going to make her pay for this. This is going to cost her some sleepless nights. I don't know how hard they're going to go on her, but they're coming for her. Believe that. And I do want to say this before I go into the comments. The only thing that I could possibly believe about this whole story is the white man with orange hair. If there was a white man with orange hair, it's a good chance it was Donald Trump. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. It's a very good chance it was Donald Trump. Going into the comments. Kevin Birch says something just ain't right. Nut Jersey says she needs to pay. Angela Jones, teach her a lesson. They're going to teach her a lesson. I typically don't read those all cap comments, so please try to refrain from using all caps, fam. Make me feel like you're screaming at me. But yeah, they're going to make her pay. They're going to use her as an example. They're going to make an example out of her. Believe that. I don't think they should. Look, fam, we all go through stuff, right? We all have shortcomings. We all have disappointments and setbacks. We fall short of the glory of God. But to pull a hoax like that, where you move a nation of people and you moving resources around and you got everybody talking and covering this story, you got people invested. People wasn't just reporting this story just to report it. People was invested in this story. It was people that couldn't sleep. You know why? Because the story was so relatable and they know that these things do happen. And, you know, it's a sad day when people use kids as bait to sex traffic other kids and human beings. Now, we know that's happening for real. That's why people gave her the benefit of doubt. We know this stuff happens for real. It's not far-fetched at all. This happens for real. We woke now. I see you. Appreciate you. Tawana Browley. Tawana Browley-ish. Absolutely. Yeah, fam, let me tell you something. This is, that move she made was cold-blooded, man. She got to pay for that. You know, like, hey, we all got our issues. You know, we all have some type of trauma in our past. We all are gonna face some type of trauma in the future. But that don't give us a pass to break the law. That don't give us a pass to take people's emotions and play with them. Nah, man, that ain't cool. That ain't cool at all. I was hoping that she was on the square. I was hoping. But that whole little baby thing had me on the fence. After my first report, that baby thing got me really to thinking. But I was still trying to reserve my conclusion. I was like, let's give it the benefit of doubt. Let's see. But after that press conference, I could tell the way dudes started talking. I said, oh, they don't believe her. They don't believe her. And they searched that phone. Let me tell you something, fam. This thing right here has gotten a lot of people in trouble. And this thing I'm using, this computer, has gotten a lot of people in trouble. You move around, they know where you're at. If you got this, you do something on here, they know what you're doing. I don't care what you do. You do something on here, they know what you're doing. If you do something on there, on that computer, they know what you're doing. Absolutely. Who is that? Who said that? That was a good comment. Well, these comments are flipping so fast, fam. No, I'm not trying to ignore anybody, but they're kind of moving fast. Who said that? Where is that comment? Okay, so the comment was that the phone is a surveillance system, basically. And it is for the police. These people have managed to get us to pay for surveillance systems for the police department. We are all contributing to the budget. Besides our taxes, we buy these things, we're contributing to the police department's budget, because these are surveillance cameras for the police. These are surveillance devices. Whatever you don't want them to hear, you better not say it on here. Whatever you don't want them to see, you better not do it on here. You'll have a problem. Rashida Criddle, what up? This tells the truth. We'll charge a 911 fee. Cocoa Butter Queen, a hot mess. Yeah, it is a hot mess. It's a hot mess. She got to pay. She got to pay for this though. She can't make it. Can't let her make it on this one. She got to pay for this. Yeah, see, no say. I always knew that she did it for attention. That's cold-blooded, man. That's cold-blooded. And I'm gonna tell you something else, fam. Those cameras out there on those streets, you can see some of those cameras, but some of those cameras are inconspicuous. You know, it's kind of hard to really do something and not get caught. If you don't want to get caught, you can still do something. Cameras don't mean nothing. If you want to just do something, you don't care about getting caught. But if you're trying to get away with something, them cameras probably going to tell on you, especially something this serious. They investigated this like it was a like a police death or something. Like they investigated it like somebody killed a cop. That's how this was investigated. And that right there, no, you're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to make a move like that. You got to really think these type of things through. You got to be able to think these things through. Yeah. Let me show y'all what I'm saying. Let me show y'all a picture of this. Let's take a look at that pit. I'm on a live, man. I can't talk. I'm working. Yeah. Yeah. Just give me a few. Give me a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah, man. They got her. They got it. It's gonna be hard to get past this. She going to jail. Too many resources. The only way she don't go to jail but see, they're gonna say, you know, she can't be that crazy. She did all of that planning and plotting and all that stealing and whatever she did. They're gonna say, nah, if she can do all of that, she can go to jail. And yeah, she going to jail. Yeah, she going to jail. Jerry Lawrence, what up? Rashida says she's new to the channel. Where you been, Rashida? What's up? You late to the party. Hey, but you know, better late than never. Better late than never. Just bullish. Says some people think AI is the future, but it's hiding in plain sight. Somebody said, A said Jessica Smollett. Yo, yeah, she's going to jail. She's definitely going to jail. Blacker Than Black Media said, and you said I was victim shaming. Victim shaming? I don't think I used those exact words in sequence in a while. So perhaps that's what you're saying, that I alluded that you was victim shaming. Perhaps I did, you know, because I didn't have all the information. You know, like sometimes people, you know, a lot of times in the media, you just take the information that you have and that's what you speak on. And that's what I was doing. Just like I'm doing right now. I'm speaking on the facts. I'm speaking on this based on the facts that I have. So I gave the woman the benefit of doubt. I gave her the benefit of doubt, like I would want somebody to give me the benefit of doubt, you know, or one of my loved ones the benefit of doubt. I gave her the benefit of doubt. Once the doubt started coming in and I started seeing certain things, I started like, hold on, well, maybe this ain't, but I still reserved my judgment until I got some facts. So now I'm operating with facts. I'm not operating off emotions, I'm operating off facts. It's just that sometimes when people say things, people will victim shame without any evidence, just because they don't like how a person look, or maybe they had a prior experience with somebody lying on them or something, and they just, when they see something like this, they think everybody lying, you know, or everybody trying to get over. So that's all that was. Marco Chaz, yeah, oops, she did it again. She got us. She got us good. She got us. She got us good. Our Prince Majestic said the true victims are the people who donated to her and prayed for her and allocated resources. You know what? If you pray for somebody, hey, you gave it to them, and that prayer floats and it moves on between them and God. So I wouldn't take a prayer back like that. I let, you know, that's between her and God at that moment. I prayed for that between her and God. But as far as those donations are going to be returned. So they're not going to walk off with those donations. And as far as I know, it was only 60 minutes, $60,000 or something like that. I got me a troll, and I got to get him out of here. Now, why do I despise of trolls? Why do we hate trolls? Because trolls are hoes. You see? So if any other trolls are out there, just know that you will not survive on this channel. I will snuff the life out of you. You don't get to come on this channel and say whatever you want to say. You don't get to come in here and sow seeds of confusion. You don't get to do none of that, because that's all they want to do. They ain't even interested in a respectful conversation. They're not interested in learning anything or discovering anything. They're not information. They don't care anything about information. They just want to come in and just cause confusion. So I destroy them immediately. I cut them off, and I do them just like everybody else who's ever been in their life, or whoever looked at them from a distance and said, "Nah, not you." I do them like that. I show them absolutely no respect. I discard them. I treat them like the guy or the girl who didn't want them. I treat them like they mama and daddy who did not really want them. That's what I do. The ones who they let down, that's how I treat them. Yeah. Ronnie Smith, what up? Charlene Buckery. Tall Glass Coco. That's a live name. Aquarian Talk. What up? Who's that? South Carolina Davis. What up? So if you're just not joining us, fam, the press conference for Carlee Russell took place about maybe 3 hours ago or so, something like that. And the detectives who spoke on the case revealed some interesting information about Carlee Russell, who was reported missing on Thursday After picking up food and heading home, she stopped on a highway and she called her sister-in-law to say that she saw a baby in a pamper about 3 to 4 years old, a baby boy, walking along the interstate. She stopped her car, concerned, and she first called 911 and reported what she saw. And then she called her sister-in-law and reported what she saw. And then her sister-in-law said that she then heard Carlee scream, and although the line remained open, she could only hear the sound of cars after that. The police gets to the scene. They see the car, they see her purse, they see her wig, they see her Apple Watch and some other items, but they don't see Carlee. Carlee is nowhere to be found. The world believes that Carlee has become another victim of the uncivilized mutts who make their living upending the lives of innocent people by kidnapping them and selling them into slavery, sex slavery, or they take their organs. So that's what we thought that perhaps was Carlee's fate. And then next thing you know, we thought that was her fate. Next thing you know, Carlee pops up about 49 hours later at her mama's house and tells this grand story of how she escaped her abductors. We didn't know, we hadn't heard anything from Carlee, hadn't seen him, so we don't know what she said. We only could go by the press conference her parents gave a couple of days ago. And then her boyfriend updated us with what her mood was like and a few things that she said she saw, but she happened, but he couldn't say too much more because the case was still under investigation. Well, now the investigators have spoken, and they said that in the days leading up to Carlee's disappearance, on her phone, she did internet searches for how to take money from a register without being caught. She also searched for bus tickets. They say she searched for the movie Taken and Amber Alerts. Is that a coincidence that somebody would search that stuff just days before their own disappearance? Is that a coincidence? Or is that a well thought out plan? I'm going with the latter. It says, I wonder if her boyfriend was involved. Elaborate. Let me see, elaborate. She definitely didn't understand covering your truck, covering your what tracks, just ignorant. Yeah, she didn't understand it. But it's going to be kind of hard to cover your tracks when you're doing all of that. She's doing too much. If you really want to cover your tracks, you got to kind of go off the grid. She was on the grid the whole time until she dropped her phone. But then when she came back into play, see, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do if they haven't already done it. I'm sure they probably already done it. But they're going to track, they're going to look at all the surveillance, the Ring cameras. They're going to pull people Ring cameras, those cameras from the streets, cameras from gas stations, stores, other businesses. And they're just going to keep pulling till they find out, till they get a track on her, like where she started at, where her starting point was. And they're going to ask her where she was or which direction she came from. And then they're going to say, oh, well, you said you came from over here. Well, the camera got you over here. Now tell us the truth. Another thing happened, fam. They said that from the time that Carlee contacted 911, cell phone ping shows that she drove 300 yards in that area. That's 3 football fields. I think they said 300. Hold on, let me make sure. I think it may have been more than 300 yards. 600 yards. I knew it was more than that. Yeah. So they say she traveled 600 yards on the phone while she was. So while she was on that phone, 600 yards. 600 yards. What is she doing? We know that baby ain't walked 600 yards. So what was she doing? Come on, fam. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It's all over for the crime, and it's all over except the crime. It's only a matter of time before we look up and see breaking news. Y'all gonna see it. I'm gonna break it too. I'm gonna put it out there. Breaking news. Carlee Russell arrested. That's coming. Believe that. Say it with me, fam. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.